First of all, dress appropriately. Not too nice and not too sloppy. You want to look professional, but not a suit, especially in a lower end neighborhood. Okay? Khakis, like Joe's got that shirt, with his company name on it, perfect. Or like a polo shirt that has your company logo on it, perfect. Perfect. Okay? Go at different times because the odds of catching someone at home are about 3 in 10. Okay? So go at different times. Try the same, get a list of foreclosure people in a certain neighborhood. Knock on the door Saturday morning, Tuesday afternoon, Friday early. Try for like 2 or 3 different times to see if you can catch them in. Most times you won't. Bring in a partner of the opposite sex with you. That takes people, especially if you're a guy. Because if there's a woman at the door and you're a dude knocking, strange dude knocking, they don't want to let you in, and for good reason. Okay? But if it's the opposite, if you're a female and there's a dude, he's like, hey, female. I haven't had one of those in my house in a long time. Doesn't be a lot nicer. However, if you're a couple, it's less intimidating because most people don't think of being scammed by a couple. They're being scammed by a man for sure. Less so a woman, less so a couple. Or 2 women is fine too. Just when there's more than one person, it just seems a little less intimidating to people for some reason. Okay, so if you're a dude and you don't have a wife, hire an escort or something, or joking. Just hire a not very good-looking escort. Just one that's passable for your wife, because it'll be cheaper. And then your wife won't get mad that you hired an escort, because she's not a good-looking escort. Have a handout ready, something to hand them. I found that as soon as I open the door, if I have something in my hand, they're curious as to what it is. And some people do the business card. I don't know. Most people, you don't want them to distract from what you're saying because they're going to look at your business card. But one of the things I found very effective is I had used to go door knocking with a foreclosure timeline. And it was just on a legal size paper. It was laminated and it had like the stages of the foreclosure process. And I had it in my hand, and I'd say, first of all, if you knock on the door and say, "Are you Mr. Smith? I understand you're in foreclosure, and we'd like to help out." 9 times out of 10, they're going to deny it. They're embarrassed. You just embarrassed them, and they're going to say, "No, I got that taken care of. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not a problem. I already talked to someone about it. It's already fixed." Don't do that, because you're just going to humiliate them. You want to get on their side. So first thing that I found the best way to say it is, are you Bob Jones? Hey, Bob. My name's Bill, and I understand your neighbor Joe over there told me you're having a problem with your bank. You bet I'm having a problem with my bank. That's different. Then he gets pissed. Better to be pissed than embarrassed. But he's not pissed at you. Who's he pissed at? The bank. Well, Joe, maybe we can sit down and figure out something we can do with this bank. Let me ask you a question. Has anyone ever explained the foreclosure process to you, like the timelines? And I flip it over and it says, and all the different options you have. And just as he starts to peek, I put it into my bag. Because he wants to grab it and look at it. No. Put it in the bag, say, you know what? Do you have 15 or 20 minutes sometime later this week? We can sit down, you and your wife, and we can discuss what to expect and what your options are, and see if there's anything we can do to get you through this problem. No pressure. So I'm not trying to force my way in the house and get him to sign the deed. You can't do that legally anyway anymore because of the foreclosure protection laws. So the only purpose of the conversation is to do what? Get the appointment. Now, I said it was 15 to 20 minutes. That's the only time in business it's acceptable to lie. How long the sales call is going to take. Because it's not going to be 15 to 20 minutes. It's going to be an hour and a half. But if I said, listen, Joe, you got an hour and a half on Thursday to go talk about your problem? So it's okay to say 15 or 20 minutes because you know it's not going to be 15 or 20 minutes. If you don't think that's okay to lie about, then don't. Tell them it's an hour and a half and see what happens. It may last 15 or 20 minutes, who knows? So, no pressure. I softened the conversation. I didn't embarrass him. I got him curious about the process, and he started looking, and I put it away. And I'll bring that with me to explain. Because if you hand him something, they'll say, well, give me that, and I'll look at it and call you back. Bye-bye. Never hear from you again. Now, have a memorized pitch, though. You should practice it, test it, something that be yourself, but you need to memorize that first 15 seconds because you got 15 seconds to get the door slammed in your face. And you know what the odd thing is? 80% of the time, nobody else has knocked on their door. Most people don't do that. They mail letters, and they get no response, and they give up. So if you're going to do foreclosures, if you're going to do a mailer, follow it up with a door knock. Now, 90% of the time, I'm saying 90% of the time, maybe 70% of the time, they're not going to be home, or they're not going to answer the door. Don't leave your business card, and don't leave a brochure. They're going to throw it out. You leave a Post-it note, a yellow Post-it note. It said, Joe, Bill here, need to talk, number. They don't know what it's about, and it's personalized. In fact, you may want to pay someone to just slap those Post-it notes before you even go out knocking, if you're too lazy to go out knocking, and see who calls. And people call it. What's this about? I'm not sure. Who are you? Help me out. That's an old sales ploy. Look vulnerable, like you're in trouble. People want to help. Say, geez, I got your number on my desk, Joe. Man, for the life of me, I can't remember where I got it from. I'm really embarrassed. My boss is going to kill me. Can you help me out here? How did I get your number? I don't know. Well, did you call on one of my letters or something? No. Do you have a house? Yeah. You had a problem with your bank? Yeah. Oh, help me out here. Did we talk? And all of a sudden he's helping you out, he's talking to you, and he feels bad for you because you're the victim in distress. It's amazing when you do that. People do respond to that, as opposed to coming off strong and slick and commanding. People get intimidated by that. When you're in trouble, they get less intimidated and they want to help you. Does that make sense? And the personalized Post-it that works. I found really well. If you're going to leave something, leave a Post-it. Don't leave anything else. We've tried door hangers, tried brochures, tried business cards. Nobody calls back.